And welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. And I am Shanrae. So we are on week 2, part 2 of this week is ending 2023 strong with our health and our physical fitness. So before I get started, let me do my website disclaimer. And this is an open platform. So if you have any questions or if you want to share something, I will pause and I will give highlight to what you're saying. If you have any questions that you want to ask, I will answer them to the best of my ability. And if there's something that I'm not sure of, I will research it and then I will get back to you with that answer. Okay, so please be aware that due to the nature of the technology that I'm using, there can be no assurance of confidentiality when using this online service. It should also be noted that due to changes in policies, that all replies are to be used as advisory and informational only and will not constitute an official determination. Information provided by myself are subject to the limitations of current and available material, but the final responsibility rests with you. Information online is designed to be helpful. However, this information does change frequently, and it is recommended that you consult another physician, another specialist, and or religious leader to aid you in your overall behavioral wellness. So let me move this along because this is a 30-minute platform. All right. So that was my disclaimer. All right, I'm a degree counselor and I've acquired a dual bachelor's of science degree in psychology and organizational management from Ashford University. So my great passion is bringing healing to people who have been through traumatic or stressful experiences. And when we as human beings feel like we experience trauma or severe life stressors, it is not uncommon for us to feel like that our life is unraveling. So I help clients who include children, adults, and family members to find healthy perceptions of themselves and to strengthen their relationships so they can know themselves as peaceful, complete, whole, and safe. Now, I am a Christian counselor, and the scripture that I've chosen for the month, and I'm going to magnify it in, okay, and it comes from Ephesians 4:23, the NIV version. It says to be made new in the attitude of your mind. All right, so we're going to move this along. I started out tonight with a video showing 5 separate smoothies that you can make if you're wanting to begin to eat a little healthier, or maybe even supplement maybe your breakfast. Instead of eating a breakfast, you can do a smoothie or a shake. And so I did present a video that showed you 5 separate ones. I really like the last 2, the one with the pineapple and it was something else, pineapple and ginger. I like the last one with the pineapple and ginger, and then the final one with the spinach and the bananas and the kiwi. I like that type of stuff. So I'm getting my vegetables in with my fruit. I'm going to show you a couple of other videos because we're talking about not only eating healthier, but getting a little bit of physical exercise as well. Doesn't matter what your condition is, if you have a condition or if you just live a sedentary type of lifestyle. Walking, maybe you don't want to walk. So it's something I'm going to show you. I'm showing you me jump roping right here in my home. It was raining outside, and so I chose not to do it. So I went ahead and I did my jumps in the house. All right, so and again, this is an open platform. I am Shanrae, and I do this 4 times a year. I do it every 3 months. So this is the last time I will be doing Counsel of the Day with Shanrae for the year of 2023. So November, December, January. I will pick up in February of 2024. That will be my very first quarter in 2024. All right, so let's move this along because I'm going to be incorporating some videos as we go. Let's talk about motivation. Let me open this up and close this. Motivation. All right, so motivation, and I thought that I do have it. Let me read this. Its self-determination theory has been used to explain motivation in maintaining healthy habits, autonomy, and central to this framework of behavior change, which highlights the importance of feeling control over your experiences, feeling empowered to make your own choices, which ascribes to your value and also to your health decisions. So that's the definition I chose to use for motivation on tonight. Let me see so y'all can see my counsel of the day with Shanrae. I'm not sure if you can or not because this is a metallic type of shirt. So now we're going to get into 8 ways that will motivate you to be healthier. Now, this study came from Dr. Richard Brown. Dr. Richard Brown. So let's talk about 8 different ways. It talks about first small shifts, not just jumping in and doing something major. Because a lot of times when you just jump in and you 100%, well, you have to be 100%. But if you jump in all gung ho, a lot of times you're going to burn out real quickly. So we're talking about small shifts that will make a more lasting type of healthy lifestyle change. So small shifts in motivation can make the difference in your pursuit towards your health, being in better health. And this is by Dr. Richard Brown. And he talks about understanding health behaviors. So he says that many of us struggle to maintain a healthy lifestyle, which is very true. And the reason why most of us struggle to maintain a healthier lifestyle is because we're so busy working. If you're working, you have a family. If you are maybe a volunteer, if you're in church, like we're Christians. So if you're a leader in church or if you're leaders in your community, all of these things really absorb your time. And so when it comes down to having more time for you to concentrate on you, a lot of times most of us don't have enough time to do stuff that we want to do because our lives are so consumed. Even if you don't have small children, a lot of times when you're in your 50s and above, like I am, a lot of times then if you're blessed to still have your parents or your grandparents or a family relative, a lot of times those that are elderly, a lot older than you, then a lot of times we step in to try to help and be there for them as well. So that consumes a lot of your time because then you're an acting caregiver or you're being a caregiver for someone else outside of your if you don't have small children. So it's just a lot that happens. So this is not an attack on anybody. We all have very busy lives. So this is why Dr. Richard is talking about starting in smaller increments. So he says, many of us struggle to maintain a healthy lifestyle. We're often painfully aware of our shortcomings when attempting to follow a nutritious diet, exercise regularly, or even curtail our vices. So even if we were to limit our objectives to do the things that we know we should do and don't do the things that we know we should not do, most of us still waver in our pursuits of health. And at the individual level, motivation is the key. Motivation. So this point highlights, and we're getting ready to talk about strengths. Okay, so Dr. Richard talks about, it's what he's called strengths, and it's acronym. And that is needed with 8 ways to help motivate us to be healthier. I'm going to pause here because I want to show you, because we're talking about eating better as well as doing some exercise. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to show you me doing my small. It's small to a lot of people, but it's a lot for me. Okay, I am not supposed to be doing a lot of jumping and everything, according to my doctor, but I love jump roping and I love it. That's the type of exercise that I love to do. So I have to increment. I'm going to do it in very small increments, but I feel better. My breathing, I can see the difference in my breathing. I can see the difference in my endurance when I'm jump roping. So let me pause here and let me show you this. Y'all know it get dark early here. Wherever you are now, start getting dark early. But normally I try to do 100 jumps when I do my jump roping. Because I'm getting back into it, I'm not doing 100 jumps. I'm only doing 50. So okay, here we go. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. And I'm going to try to rest in between.
I'm going to try to rest in between a little bit. So I did 20. All right. Let's see what I can do now. And if I think I can do a little bit more, I probably will. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. All right, I'm going to do another set of 20. So, and this is better than nothing. I'm going to eventually give me the jump rope that shows you it's digital and it actually shows how many jumps you did. But I'm counting and y'all can see it. Let me see how much I can go. So that's 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20. I did my 60 jumps for today. It's better than nothing. I'm not supposed to be jumping, but I love jump roping. I did my 60 jumps for today. All right. It's cardio is better than nothing. Bye, guys.
So I wanted to show that to you all, me doing my 60 jumps, and it's may not be a lot to anybody else, but it's a lot to me. And I'm going to continue to do it. I started doing 100 jumps, but I have to get back into my jumps. So like I was saying, it's important to start where you are. So again, 2023, this is going to be my topic for the month, ending 2023 strong. And I strongly believe that if you end your 2020 your year strong, that when you start out your new year, you're going to start on an upwards curve. I tell you. So let's move on to our first one. Dr. Richard talks about number 1, self-determination. Okay, so he says, do it your way. Do it your way. And this has been used to explain motivation and maintaining healthy habits. Autonomy is central to the framework of behavior change. And so this highlights the importance of feeling control over whatever your experience may be. So feeling empowered to make your own choices ascribes value to your health decisions. And in a world where we're constantly bombarded by snippets of other people's lives, it can be easy to feel that we're missing out on a myriad of experiences. So just like I just showed you on here, Dr. Richard encourages you with self-determination. He encourages you to do it your own way. Y'all saw what the type of exercise that I love jump roping. Okay, I did it as a child. I double dutch. I can do that. So if that's one way that you can motivate yourself by doing it your own way. Number 2, he says the range of possible experiences that you can have is endless when you do things your way, but you'll miss out on nearly all of them. Having autonomy over your choices to select the healthy experiences that you want is precisely what gives you meaning. So however you choose to be healthy, ensure that you do it your way. I showed y'all from when we first got started 5 different types of shake. You can do any type of shake you want to do. Some people will put some chocolate in their shake, but if that's what you want to put a little chocolate in with hey, you're doing it your way, but it's still a healthier choice. I would suggest dark chocolate if you're going to do that. But you're doing it your way. It's a motivation. Eventually you may come off of adding a little chocolate in it or a little cocoa powder or whatever. And some people start out with sugar. Then you can move to Splenda. Then eventually nothing at all. You just go with the natural sugars of the fruits and the vegetables. But like Dr. Richard says, start it your way. Number 2, he talks about technique. Do it well. Once you've decided on your way to being healthy, he says, start getting good at it. He says, so in Elliot and Dweck suggest that competence is an inherited psychological need for all of us. All right. So the desire to become effective and capable can be a driving force in promoting health. So he said you can choose to sharpen your culinary skills if you want, develop expertise in your favorite sport, or even strengthen your self discipline. So, whatever your approach is in enhancing your technique in pursuing competence can help you stay motivated. This is Dr. Richard. He said the better that you become at being healthy, the more that you want to stick to become being healthy. All right. So number one was do it your way. Number two is you have a technique. Have a technique to what you're doing. Okay. All right. So number three, he talks about being relatedness. I totally agree with this now. He said, if you have a partner, an accountability partner to do something with, feeling close to and valued by someone else is vital for maintaining your motivation, especially when it's coming to being healthier. Social relatedness in pursuing a healthy lifestyle can come in many forms. He's saying, for example, he found that sustainable progress after a health intervention was enhanced by supportive communications, such as belonging to an exercise group or continual peer support. At the end of when I end my counsel of the day, I talk about ADA. ADA is a support community. It's a support group of people who struggle with ADD, ADHD, OCD, different things like that. But they come together, they support each other. There are so many different strategies and different type of things that they offer. So whatever's going on with diagnosis that you may have, they're supporting each other, giving each other tips, and this is all coming from doctors, not just themselves, but from doctors and therapists, and just sharing their successes and how they're overcoming whatever with ADD, ADHD, and all of that. So the same thing here, Dr. Richard is talking about relatedness. A lot of times, it's easier to be motivated when you have someone who's doing maybe going on I don't like to say diet, but a lifestyle change with you. All right, so number 4, Dr. Richard talks about external awareness. He says, understand your circumstances. Being aware of your environment and personal circumstances can help you stay grounded in your health expectations. It is also important to note that despite highlighting the importance of autonomy, that some aspects of health remain out of your control. Like those of us, I have a diagnosis. So certain things, like I shared with you earlier, my doctor, he doesn't really like me jumping because he feels like it's too much strain on my body. So what I've done, instead of doing it every single day, I have minimized it down to maybe twice a week, twice or 2 or 3 times a week. I may not do 100 or 200 jumps, but I'll cut that down in half. Okay. So external awarenesses. And it says that some aspects of your health remain out of control, but most of us can't simply change where we live, where we work to maximize our health. So the range of possible health outcomes we will experience is tied to the limits of our genes and past experience. So genes play a big part of it as well. Your foundation, where you come from. If you grew up in a family where people exercised all the time and they ate healthy, then that's going to be something that's a natural thing for you. If you come from a family that they have them southern roots or something like that, where you eating that hog mog and chitlins and fat back and all that stuff, well, that's a part of the genes. And so sometimes you have to adjust. I'm not saying don't eat it, but maybe not eat it as much. Okay, like that. So this is what Dr. Richard is talking about. And so he says, and the political and environmental changes around us as well. He says, so we're almost certainly not going to win the highly coveted healthiest human award. And so he said, but if you can make the most of your existential cards, whatever cards you were given in life, And he said, then you that you were dealt, you may be in the running for the equally prestigious best version of you category. All right. So number 4, let me go back and let me read it again. The first one is self-determination. Number 2 is technique, your technique. Number 3 is relatedness. And number 4 is external awareness. This is where I'm going to pause because I want to show you. Now, I showed y'all at the beginning of this of my video where you had 5 different forms of a healthy shake. Now I want to show you about juicing, because juicing is a little different than shakes, than drinking a shake. Some people probably will prefer juicing. I have a sister friend who juices. She starts it at the beginning of the week. She juices her vegetables and fruits separately. So she gets berries, she'll juice those separately and put them in a container. If she does her carrots, she'll peel the carrots and then cut them up and juice those and put those in a separate container. Her ginger, she does the same thing. So whatever she chooses to juice for the week, I like the way she does it because she does it separately rather than together, because she learned when she juices everything together, it only lasts a couple of days. And so she tries to do her juicing for the week. The consistency becomes very weak, and she'll have to, in the midweek, have to start juicing again. But what she learned is she juices her fruits and vegetables separately and put them in separate containers. What she's been doing is taking shots. Like in the morning, she may do a ginger shot. And all of these have different properties for what you need. Another morning, she may take a shot of her carrot juice. Some mornings, she may take a shot of each of them. But she likes juicing rather than shake. So I want to show you all a quick video about how to juice even when you don't have a juicer.
Show you how to make juice, except I don't have a juicer. So let me show you how I make juice in my blender. So the cool thing about this method is that just like a juicer, you can make fruit juice, all veggie juice, green juice, whatever kind of juice you want. And it really just depends on what veggies and fruits you have on hand or what combinations you like. So today I'm just using up stuff I have in my fridge. I've got some carrots, I've got some green apples that we were given, and we don't really snack on these very much, so I'm gonna put these in. I've got a huge thing of ginger, so I'm gonna chop off a knob of that, and some lemon juice. I find this combo works pretty well every time, so we are going to make some fruit and veggie juice to start the day. So these are the bags we are going to use. I like these ones because they have the rounded corners so the pulp doesn't get stuck in the corner. But we are gonna make one, our juice bag. Okay, watch out, Simba.
Oh, we can move her.
Help me pour.
Can I smell the flavor?
Okay, so let me remove this from the studio. So I like this, and I want to thank my daughter. Thank you, Tamdi, because my daughter actually sent this video to me. She started juicing herself at home. She started this week. And she just called me and told me and was talking to me about it. And I said, "You started juicing?" And she told me she just used what she had in her refrigerator. She had some cheesecloth at home. And so she looked on YouTube and found this video and learned how to juice. And she told me, she said she didn't add any sweeteners. She didn't add anything to it. She told me it was very, very good with her doing her juice in that way. She doesn't have a juicer. She has a blender. So I want to thank my daughter for sending me this. And because this is something, I don't have a juicer either, but I tell you what, I have a blender. And so I have things in my home that I can use, and I'm going to use, and I want, because again, juicing, whether you're making a shake or you're juicing, that is a great supplement for maybe breakfast or sometimes even lunch. And it's filling and it's healthy. And so, and it's a great way to get started with maybe moving over towards a healthier lifestyle, healthier eating. So let's move on. Dr. Richard says number five is called novelty. Now I'm going to go back. So his 8 strategies for motivating yourself to be healthier. Number 1 again is self-determination. Number 2 is technique. Number 3 is relatedness. Number 4 is external awareness. And number 5 is novelty. So with novelty, he says, mix it up. He said the initial enthusiasm that you feel for an active activity will inevitably, it'll start to fade. It's going to fade away. He says, so this is not to say that your overall motivation to stay healthy should also diminish. He said, looking for creative tweaks to shake up your food and your exercise routines can prevent things from going stale. He says, so this might be as simple as inviting a friend to join you on your workout, or maybe buying your groceries from a different store. He said that the internet is a boundless source of quirky new twists for even the most basic healthy pursuits. Like me, like I said, I showed y'all a video of me jump roping in my house. It was rainy yesterday. I didn't go out in that rain. I didn't go on my porch, but I did it right in my house. Now, when things start to get a little monotonous for me, I thank God. I don't know. I didn't grow up riding a bike. I didn't know how to learn. I didn't learn how to ride a bike growing up. But I have a trike, an adult trike, adult tricycle. And on a good day, I'll just switch it up and do my cardio that way and go get on my bike and ride 30 minutes on my bike, or even 20 minutes. It tells you how many miles that you've done. And my Apple Watch will tell me how many calories I have burned. So like Dr. Richard said, novelty, switch it up. Number 6 is goal setting. What time is it? Oh, I gotta finish up. Goal setting. Set clear, controllable, and strictly rewarding goals. He said, how you set your goals is likely to determine whether or not you can achieve them. So he said, research what you're doing. Okay, focus more on positivity, frame goals rather than striving to avoid negative outcomes. He said, and rather than extrinsic or intrinsic motivation is when you act for the inherent enjoyment of what you're doing. So he said, always look for the positive in what you're doing. Choose to pursue the exercise that brings you the most enjoyment. Like I said, I love jump roping. I chose that form of exercise because it reminds me of when I was a child. So I jump rope. All right. He says, and the foods that make you feel good. On the shake, the first video I showed y'all, I told y'all the last 2 shakes is what piqued my interest. The ones with the ginger and pineapple, and then the other one with the spinach and the bananas and the kiwi. That's something I would love to do. All right, so sometimes your pursuit of a goal may involve temporarily unpleasant activities, like the final 10 minutes of your workout. Another thing I love to do is step aerobics. Oh my gosh, I love step aerobics. And then if you look on social media, they have got these crazy step aerobic classes now. Then they have cycle classes that are amazing. So choose what's enjoyable to you. Okay, he said by aligning your choices with with good motivated goals, such as the goal to feel vibrant and energized, is more likely to bring sustainable success than extremely driven goals, such as something that you do. You got to get in there. I got to pump iron. I got to do this for 4 hours out of the day. Who has 4 hours to go work out? Not most of us. We don't. Not working class people. We don't. Okay. Number 7 is tenacity. Dr. Richard said, be tenacious. He talks about Angela Duckworth's work on grit emphasizes consistency of interest and perseverance of effort and key ingredients to success. This encapsulates tenacity, the persistence in maintaining or seeking something valued or desired. This quality, he says, has been predicting higher energy and general health measures as we get older. Tenacity. Number 8 is honesty. Be truthful about what you've done, what you're doing, what you like to achieve. There's indeed an objective, a reality to the state of our health. So, however, our experiences of health are often driven by the stories that we tell ourselves. Okay? Whether we bury our heads in the sand or blame bad luck to justify our inactions. Whatever we tell ourselves, we are the authors, protagonists, narrators, and readers of our own health stories. So if we are honest about our experiences, our efforts in the present, and our hopes for the future, we stand a better chance of sticking to tasks in the pursuit of a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so that was all 8. Let me say it again. The first one was self-determination. The second one was technique. The third one is relatedness, where you can get with an accountability partner, a workout partner, a dietitian, someone. Number 4 is external awareness, understanding your circumstances. Number 5 is novelty. Switch it up. Be creative with what you're doing. Number 6 is goal setting. Set goals for you. Again, start small. Start small and build up from there. Number 7 is tenacity. I showed y'all I'm starting small. I did 60 jumps. I showed y'all the video. For me, that's small because I'm used to starting out doing 100 jumps and building from there. But I'm starting where I am. You saw the video, says start where you are. Okay. Number 7, again, is tenacity. Number 8 is being honest with yourself. Again, like Dr. Richard said, we're the authors and we're the finishers of our own life story. So whatever we tell ourselves is what it's going to be. Whatever we think, like the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever I believe in telling y'all know I look at the glass halfway full. So I believe I can fly. I believe I can do it. I know I can do this. Like the Bible says, in Christ we can do all things. So I can do all things through Christ. Okay, just keep telling yourself that. So let's move on to our takeaway. And then strength. Okay, I guess I wasn't moving quick enough. So our takeaway for today. Let me open this a little bit. All right. Our takeaway for today says motivation means nothing if you cannot convert that. Oh, I can't. Hold on. Okay. I got to go buy some ink. I got to get some ink, y'all. If you can't convert that drive into action, motivation means nothing. All right. So let me close this. I got to go get me some ink, y'all, tomorrow. All right. So the next thing is the quote. I like this quote. The quote says, exercise to be fit, not skinny. Eat to nourish your body, and always ignore the haters, doubters, and unhealthy examples that were once feeding you. And you are worth more than you realize. And I found this on Pinterest. Okay, so let's move this along. I talked about this a little bit earlier. Let me open this up for my fellow theorists and counselors. This is where I got my studies from. Okay. I got my studies from there. ADA community. I talked about ADA a little bit earlier. ADA is a community of people who have ADD, ADHD, OCD. It's a community of where you all come together and you support each other, and you have tips and you have strategies from licensed technicians, licensed therapists, not technicians, licensed therapists that will give you strategies specifically for you to help you be the best you can be. Ada. Let's move this on. 988 is a suicide crisis hotline. If you know someone or if you yourself are feeling down at any point, you can text, call, you can go on your email, you can go on your computer and hit 988, and there are licensed therapists that are 24/7 that you can talk to and help just freely talk to somebody in a safe space. 988 suicide crisis hotline. Okay, betterhelp.com. If you are looking for a safe space to speak to, and this is affordable, BetterHelp is a very affordable place where you can go on www.betterhelp.com. They're affordable. You can do a visual or audio call. You don't have to go into the office if you choose not to. Like I said, it's affordable and it's 24/7. BetterHelp.com, where they have licensed therapists at your availability 24/7. All right. So let me move this along. So if there's a past Counsel of the Day with Shanrae series that you've missed or you just want to rewatch, you can go to my YouTube channel at Shanrae Price. And then please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, and then select any past series or any series that you choose to watch. All right, here we go. And I am a professional one-on-one counselor. So if you're interested in professional one-on-one counseling services, feel free to contact me via my Facebook Messenger at Shanrae Owens, or you can email me if you want to do the traditional way at shanrae.price@gmail.com. I'm a lifestyle strategist, and my aim is to aid you in your life's goals and your life's dreams. I will see you all next week for week 3 of ending 2023 strong. We're going to be talking about careers and jobs, ending 2023 strong next week. So I thank you for joining me on this week. I hope that there's something that you heard that I said that helps you on your journey of ending 2023 strong. I'll see you next week, next Tuesday and next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time sharp.